Okay, let's do differentiation today. Okay, heads up, this is actually quite a large topic. I'm going to make several videos about it, but this is the first video about differentiation, and this is basically the basics of everything, the foundation, if you may. Well, this is basically how you do differentiation manually. We are going to jump to applications on the next video, but without knowing how to do it properly, well, we should actually not go to the more advanced question. Okay, I'm just going to solve all the differentiation that is quite simple, mainly just algebras, polynomials, fractions, those with powers, square root. Okay, I'm not going to the trigo, exponential, or logarithm yet. All right, now in differentiation of trigo, okay, before even you start differentiating, there are two rules that you need to abide. Okay, now first is that pull any variables that you have to the numerator. Usually you are going to see x. Okay, let's just give you an example. Let's say I have an equation of y equals to 1 over x. Okay, while this is actually quite good, I don't like x to be on the denominator. I'll use the indices method, bring the x up, so I get x power of negative 1. Okay, so important, don't let the x on the variable. Next, put everything into the index form. Okay, this is quite similar to number 1. Okay, but it's not only limited to the negative power. So for example, I have y equals to square root of x. Okay, now again using indices, we can rewrite this as y equals x power half. Okay, this is just the preparation, do not differentiate yet. Okay, once you have your form, something like what I have written here, then you can start to do differentiation. Okay, but let's see and learn what kind of differentiation that you need to be used with. Okay, now first is a term by term differentiation. Now in the term by term differentiation, I like to see it like there are multiple x numbers, fractions, square roots, and everything that you need to differentiate individually. Hence the name is a term by term. Usually the equation will be separated by a plus or minus. Okay, so differentiation, dy dx. Okay, this is a symbol that you are just differentiating an equation where y is a subject and x is the one that you're going to be differentiating. Okay, first of all, let's look at 7. Now 7 is just a constant number. Any constant number that doesn't have any x, when you differentiate it, will automatically become 0. Very simple. Any number, be it negative, rational, irrational, whatever it is a constant number, you are going to get 0. Okay, so this is very simple to remember. Next, 6x. When you differentiate a number with the x will disappear. Okay, there is a reason to it actually. Alright, so when you do a differentiation, right, what happens is that you repeat the x, okay, but you reduce the power of the x by 1. As you can see here, this is a 6x power of 1. You take 1 minus 1 and then you get 0. Okay, on top of that, alright, actually you have to bring down the x power, the previous power, down. So you can see here the power was 1, right? So you bring this down, you get multiplied by 1. 1 multiplied by 6 multiplied by x, power of 1 minus 1. Okay, obviously this will give you 0 plus by 6. Okay, now compare this with the 3x squared. Okay, we have x squared, so you reduce the power by 1, and then the 3 is still there, the 2 comes down, so you get multiplied by 2. Okay, and then you get 2 times 3, which is 6 times x. So you see here, differentiation is basically about bringing the power of x down and reducing the power of x by 1 unit. It will always reduce by 1 unit after you differentiate them. Okay, now next is the 2 over 3x. Now, like what I actually mentioned to you, before we differentiate this, we need to prepare it well. Okay, now 2 over 3x must be written as 2 over 3 x power negative 1. Okay, I need to bring the x to the numerator. Okay, hence I get power of negative 1. Don't need to bring the 3 up. Okay, the 3 is just a constant number. Leave it alone. Keep it in the denominator. They are fine. Alright, so we are going to differentiate a 2/3 x power negative 1. Just like all the previous, I will bring the negative 1 out. Okay, multiply by 2/3, multiply by x power of negative 2, because negative 1 minus 1. Okay, this will simplify into negative 2/3 x negative 2. Alright, and then finally, square root of x. This is x power half. by indices again. Okay, square root. If you have a cube root, then the power is 1/3, and so on. Okay. Well, now you are going to differentiate this. Take the half down. Okay. Then repeat the x. Reduce the power by 1. Power of half minus 1 is negative half. So you put negative half here. Okay. So if I simplify it, I like to see 1/2 x power of half. Okay. All in all, we simplify everything. I get 6 plus 6x minus by 2/3x squared plus by 1/2 square root x. Yeah, done. This is the result of the differentiation. Of course, well, we have surds on the denominator here. Usually we need to rationalize it lah. So I think it's better that we rationalize this, multiply this by root x over root x, giving us square root x over 2x. Okay, that should be good. Okay, so this is term by term. You are differentiating them individually. Only happen when you have a plus minus. There is no multiplication or any other weird calculations. Okay. Next is chain rule. Now, chain rule is basically those equation that has a power of 6, power of 4, that you do not want to expand because it's just, well, too tiring to expand them. Or maybe the power is just impossible to expand. Maybe the power is a fraction, or maybe the power is negative, which is very difficult if you want to put into a binomial. Alright, so how do you differentiate it without expanding them? That is the main idea about chain rule. Okay, this is very commonly used, by the way, so pay attention. Again, I'm differentiating with y and x. I need to put dy dx. Take the 6 down. So first of all, the power was 6. I'll bring it down. Put the bracket again with the content exactly the same as it was. So you do not do anything to the content. Okay, reduce the power by 1. Alright, so this is quite similar to what we did in the term by term. However, notice that there is a bracket here. Okay, then the inside is a negative 3x squared plus by 4. We are going to multiply by differentiation of this. So multiply that, you'll get negative 6x plus 0. Alright, that's it. I'm going to get 6 times negative 6, I get negative 36x. And then bracket negative 3x squared plus by 4 whole thing power of 5. Okay, we can leave our answer just like this. That's the result. Okay, next, product rule. This is when you have to multiply two figures, but you do not want to expand them because again, this just either impossible or too difficult to expand. Okay, so let's differentiate this without expanding them. Now, most common method that I see is that you all actually learn about this as u times by v. U and v represents each of the bracket or each of the individual. Okay, when you differentiate, the result is u prime v plus by u v prime. Okay, this is v. Yeah, the u prime and the v prime is the differentiation of the each respective alphabet. Okay, now let's just look at the example. This is actually not so difficult to understand. Now, again, I will consider this as the first bracket u, this as the second bracket v. Okay, now if you want to prepare, you can do that first. You take out the u prime. Okay, meaning to say you differentiate the u, take the 4 down, 2x minus 3, power of 3, multiply by 2, which is 8 of 2x minus 3 power 3. Then take down the v prime. Likewise, take the 2x squared plus by 1, multiply 2x. So then I get 4x, bracket x squared plus 1. Okay, now differentiation is u prime v plus by u v prime. Hence I get 8 of this power of 3 multiply by v, meaning to say I just copy down the v, plus by, take down the u, and then take down the v prime. And done. This is the differentiation already. Okay, so if I can summarize right, product rule is about differentiating two brackets where they take turns to be differentiated. Okay, if one of them is actually being differentiated, then the other one should be waiting. Take a look at this. This is a u prime, and then you copy down the v. The v didn't differentiate, but on the next part, the u you just copy down, but then you are going to differentiate the v, giving you v prime. Okay, so that's basically a product rule. However, we do not leave our answer like this. This whole thing must be simplified even further. Okay, now I have 2x minus 3 power of 3. Okay, let me highlight that. And also this 2x minus 3 power of 4. I need to factorize them. So among them, the lowest is 2x minus 3 power of 3, factorized. Okay, likewise, there is an x squared plus 1. X squared plus 1 here, and then x squared plus 1 powered by 2. Need to factorize them. Take the x squared plus 1 power of 1. Alright, likewise, there is actually a 4 here, and there's an 8 here. I'll factorize the 4. Open a square bracket. Put down everything that you factorize in. So the first part you have left with 2, 8 divided by 4, and then a single x squared plus 1, plus by x with a 2x minus 3. Okay, well, that's pretty much it. This one, there is nothing changed at all. Let's just duplicate this. Okay, whereas the bracket here, I'll expand. 2 times x squared is 2x squared. Okay, let me just simplify everything lah. Okay, this is just a simple calculation. Alright, and that's it. Done already. Finally, quotient rule. This is when you need to divide, but again, you do not want to divide. Okay, pretty similar to product rule. I like to put this down into a formula. dy dx is u prime v minus u v prime divided by v power of 2. Okay, so let's do it directly. We don't need to prepare u and v every now and then. Okay, so first is u prime. I get 3 multiplied by v, the square root. Actually, I like to put it down as a bracket power of half. I think that is actually better for the long run. Yeah, this is better. Minus by u, 3x minus 7, multiplied by v prime. So this is a square root. This square root here is technically 6x plus 5 power of half. If I have to differentiate this, the half will come out. 6x plus 5 power of negative half multiplied by 6. Okay, chain rule. Whole thing divided by v square. Now 6x plus 5 bracket power of half, you square them, you will just get a single 6x plus 5. Okay, this is again some indices property. Okay, power and power again, multiply the power. Power of half multiplied by 2, you get power of 1. That's why I just put 6x plus 5. Good enough. Alright, so now let's just factorize the denominator. There's a lot of things here. First is 6x plus 5. I'll factorize the power of negative half. And then I'll factorize the 3 also. Yeah. Open a bracket. Now the first figure, you will have 6x plus 5. Now, a lot of people are confused about it. Okay, you see here, this is the first figure, right? I factorized the 3. Okay, that's why the 3 is here and I don't need to put a 3 anymore. But this is power of half. If I factorize negative half, I will have power of 1. Okay, this is because when you factorize, you are actually dividing them. Okay, or maybe the simpler way to see is that when you take this, multiply by this, okay, the power of negative half added with power of 1 by indices method. Negative half plus by 1 gives you positive half. So you see, if I expand back, I'm going to get the figure correctly. Okay, then minus by, okay, there is a 6 and there is a half over here, which means that it's going to become 3. I factorized the 3 already. So I'm left with just a 3x minus 7. Yes. Alright, so the bracket 6x minus 3x, that will be 3x. 5 minus negative 7 is plus 12. Okay, and then well, this guy 6x plus 5 power of negative half, and there is a 6x plus 5. I like to put them together. Okay, shift this to the denominator. Alright, you are going to get 6x plus 5 bracket power of 3 over 2. Okay, again by indices. You can simplify further. This is a 3x plus by 12. You can factorize the 3 lah. But yeah, that's pretty much it lah. For now, we can actually just leave it like this. Okay, so yeah, that's all the 4 major rules that you're going to do in differentiation. Okay, term by term, chain rule, product, and quotient. The building base, you need to make sure that you are doing well for these 4 methods. Okay, so let's practice on a little bit of question, some more. Differentiate y, so I get dy dx. Okay, but before that, remember, I need to put everything into index form. So I like to put this as bracket power half. Okay, hence the differentiation, take the half down, x squared minus x plus 1, power of negative half, multiplied by 2x minus 1. So 2x minus 1 on the numerator. Denominator you have 2, and then x squared minus x plus 1, power of half. You can put it in the square root also, because power of half. Next, alright, there are 3 numbers here being multiplied. I need to do a product rule, but this here, there are 3 items. Okay, I need to actually expand them so I can make them into just 2 figures. T minus 2 bracket square is actually expandable into t square minus by 4t plus by 4 with this. Okay, power of 4 I don't want to expand, it's too tiring. So t multiplied by the first bracket, I'll get t cubed minus by 4t square plus by 4 of t. Alright, this is nice. I'm going to differentiate it now. Okay, mind also that I'm using v and t, not y and x. So when I need to differentiate, I need to put dv over dt. Okay, maybe v is velocity, okay, speed, and t is time. Alright, anyway, differentiation this, I'm going to get 3t squared minus 8 of t plus by 4, then copy down. Oopsie, I think I typo. Yes, plus by, copy down this, and then differentiate the power of 4. Okay, then you need to factorize the 3t plus 1. Okay, I'll take down the power of 3, then open a bracket. Okay, put down everything that you see here. Well, there's a lot of things here. Let's just copy down very quickly. 12 of t cubed minus by 48 of t squared. 12 times 4 is 48 t. Yeah. Okay, then you just need to simplify this. Alright, but just that basically. Okay. I hope I didn't miss anything. Yeah, I hope I didn't miss anything. Alright, that's it. Next, I'm going to differentiate this y equals to m blah blah blah. But you see, they say that m is a constant number. Now I know m is an alphabet, but they regard this as a constant number. It's not a variable. Mean to say that when you want to differentiate, I need to do it with respect with y and x only. The m is not counted as an alphabet. Okay, now before differentiating, like what I always say, try to put them into the numerator. Use your indices form, okay, to simplify. Then I'm going to differentiate this. Alright, so I get m, then put the negative half, put down the x plus 1, reduce this power by 1 more, you got negative 3 over 2, multiply by differentiation of x plus 1, which is 1. So then I got negative m over 2, bracket x plus 1, power of 3 over 2. Yeah, that's it for the result. Okay, oh, I remember that some of my students actually asked whether I can do a quotient rule here. The answer is yes. Okay, but I don't think quotient rule is something that is supposed to be done quite frequently. Okay, but let's just see what will happen if you do that. Okay, first I'm going to differentiate the m. Now notice that m is a constant number. So when you differentiate the m, you get 0. Okay, then copy down the denominator, minus numerator, then differentiate the denominator. Well, that technically means that I'm going to differentiate the x plus 1 power of negative half. Wait, x plus 1 power of half actually. So the half comes, and then x plus 1 power of negative half multiplied by 1. Then divided by x plus 1. Alright, hence I get negative m over 2 divided by x plus 1 power of 3 over 2. Okay, I move it by indices, and finally I can simplify it into this. Alright, I think we have the same result here. Okay, actually I don't really have any preference, but quotient rule usually is a bit more difficult if you have to do it. The result is the same, so whichever method you are using for this question is totally fine. Okay, again, on the left I'm doing chain rule, on the right I'm doing quotient rule. Okay, finally, okay, I need to differentiate this. Okay, but notice that there is no y over here. When you need to differentiate, you need to do a presentation correctly. So before you start differentiating, right, you write this down. Bracket of 2x squared minus 6x plus 4 over x in the bracket of d over dx. Okay, this is the meaning of differentiation. Okay, like telling them, hey, I'm going to differentiate this algebra. Okay, now I'm not going to do a quotient rule here. Take a look. 2x squared over x, I can actually separate them. 6x over x, and then 4 over x. Okay, this is a trick so that you don't need to actually do quotient rule. Okay, only applicable if you can do long division, or maybe when the denominator is just a single unit, just a value x here. So it's nice to just split them. Okay, simplify, I'll get 2x squared over x, which is 2x, minus by 6, plus by 4x, negative 1. And then I differentiate it. 2 minus 0 minus 4x, negative 2. So then I get 2 minus by 4 over x squared. Nice. Okay, that's all for the example. Okay, I also put some tips and tricks for each of the example that you are seeing over here today. Okay, so, well, let's see what we can do on the next video. Maybe you are going to do some application. Alright. Okay, that's all guys. I'll be uploading the next videos about the application of differentiation in the next few weeks. See you again. Bye bye.